Let's look at our DJ Trump's stellar tenure as our president and leader of the world's biggest and most powerful superpower. Yay! First up, his tariffs. His tariffs that that made exporting and importing so expensive to the point where the stock market crashed by 2 trillion. Want an in-depth look at that? I have an entire video insulting Trump about that as well, so you don't need to look too far. Tanking the economy. Trump, I wasn't expecting that from you, big guy. But anyway, we all make mistakes. Let's move on. Pulling out of the WHO and other world organizations. Oh yeah, your alliances with other countries aren't going to suffer from that, I guarantee you. And when the US needs help from another country, you'll definitely get it. All you have to do is apologize and grovel, right? We have banning sex changes. Okay, first of all, I just want to know why Trump is so concerned with what people choose to do. Like, if somebody wants to be a woman, let them be a woman. If the girl wants to be a guy, let them be a guy. It's not hurting anyone. Just let them do what they want. And, like, he's banning their rights because what? They decided to change what they were given. What? You change your skin tone all the time, but nobody says nothing about that. You change who you decide to harass. You change your concubines and your potential victims all the time, but nobody says nothing about that, big guy. Our favorite guy decided to deport people who've been living in the US legally. No criminal record, no evidence of any foul play. He thinks that the country, the US, can succeed on its own. You can't even raise a child alone. A person can't raise a child alone. There are teachers, 2 parents involved, friends, other relatives. But I digress. So imagine a country trying to survive on its own. The US is not an island. An island isn't even an island. An island gets help and assistance from other countries. So when Trump is shooting his own country in the foot, hand, heart, eyes, temple, femur, brain, everywhere, he's basically saying that get out, we can do this on our own, as if the industries and the economy is only thriving due to the US natives. They don't take your jobs. They create their own industries, but just better than you do. It's similar to the Chinese people that come into Lesotho in large numbers. Lesotho sells stuff at high prices, and then the Chinese come and they beat them at their own game by selling the same things but at lower prices. It's called being competitive. And stop trying to nurse your insecure and inept US students by having them be the only ones in their Ivy League schools. You should allow people from other countries into their schools. We all know that everybody in the whole world performs way better academically than US students. So for you to coddle them by having them falsely believe that they are smart enough to get into those Ivy League schools with no competition, by removing all possible competition, you're not doing them a favor. You should have made them competitive. You should have made them academic weapons. I go to school in a foreign country and they chose me over so many of the natives. Why? Because they found me as somebody who could add more value to their school. They weren't insecure. South Africa is way less insecure than the US will ever be. And speaking of that whole deportation thing, what was the point of that? His bootlickers were busy arguing that, oh, but my beautiful president just wanted to avoid the bad people invading our country. So people in the US aren't criminals. US natives aren't criminals. And does that mean that everybody who wants to come to the US who's a foreigner is apparently a criminal? No, some people just want to work jobs. and grow your economy, which they were already doing. But thanks to you, we're not going to see much of that anymore. Thanks, Mr. Trump. Genius. And now, thanks to this stupid decision, the tourism industry is going to tank. These travel bans are so retarded. America, your president is an nincompoop. Are you trying to remove alliances that could have been built from the goodwill of your country? Oh my gosh. Do you really think that everyone who's not an American is a potential drug trafficking rapist?